Hello people, DeWalt impact drive. Common problem with these after they've had quite a bit of battering. They start and then it shuts down. Okay, so let's try and fix this. It's too big. I like using this ratchet. Left me electric screwdriver at some other place, so not a bad set of ratchet actually. It's made by Bonaire, B-O-N-A-R-E. So that's the ratchet. Considering that this video has nothing to do with this, and it comes fully loaded versus all other kit. And it's distributed by, I think it's Walmart in America. Not bad with a metal case. Cracking piece of kit. I bought it for, I think it was less than, I think it was 20 quid. And some sellers are selling them on eBay for as high as $129.99, which is a bit of a rip-off. Now that one is a bit of a deep hex key, so I have tips here. Should be able to get through to that and get it out. Yep. Oops, that's not good. Oh, sorry. Okay, right, let's check for any other screw. That's all off. There's altogether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. I'm going to put my gloves, because should have done that prior. This is the second unit. And it's my uncle's impact drive. It's the second one I'll be repairing. He keeps on breaking them. Look at this. Look at the state of this unit. Try and sending it for an hour to the manufacturer for a repair. You think they'll take this back? He likes battering his tools, but they're still going. Nice and gently pray it out, and I hope I'm not leaving any other screw behind it. that screwdriver and start praying from the top. There we go. And it comes off. Fantastic. To give you an insight of what it is. Obviously they drive the motor, the whatever the mechanism is, I can't remember from the top of my head, the switch, battery connector, and it's not the brushless version. Okay, so let's crack on with this. Let's see if I can get a better view. Okay. Usually a problem is with one of the soldering here, a dry solder joint. There, here, or it's one of them on the battery connector. And what do you know? There you go. See? Come on, focus. Piece of crap. There you go. That's the sole reason why it was doing what it was doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a reflow on all the joints today. That's all the problem. That's it basically. Flux today I'm using is Amtex LF4300. Best flux you can buy on the market. It's manufactured by an American company. Made in USA. Be careful when you buy these stuff off eBay. Buy it only from an approved supplier, because you don't know what you're buying. So the extractor fan goes on as always. The tip of the day: protective gloves, an extractor fan, because this is a cause of cancer. So be careful, you don't want to inhale any type of solder fume. High quality leaded solder. And then I'll be using the Metcal MX 5000 series rework station to sort of do the soldering. So let's get cracking on with this now. So fire up the soldering station. It will get noisy because I'm going to turn the extractor fan on. Okay, now let's get back onto this. First thing first is I'm going to resolder this back on. Look, it's broken off. I don't know if you can see this, but come on, focus. Focus. That's better. There you go. It snapped off. It's him. His battery and his tools. So DeWalt, if you see him around at your workshop or one of your suppliers, throw him out. Oh, there's 1,200 people will be seeing this. You want to be famous? I'm just messing about with him, just pulling his leg. Right, first thing first is I'll apply a bit of flux and get rid of all the old gunky soldering joints. I'd like to put my glass on. I've had solder spitting before and it's not nice. Yeah. Set of tweezers. I may need to change the tip because it's quite a big thing here. This tip might not be powerful enough, because they have all different tip have the various temperature range and right, okay. So the solder is liquidous, but it's interesting. Okay, no, nothing's coming off. Right, okay, so I'm going to resolder that back on. Okay, okay, and I will probably run a reflow on the other one. Wow man, the other one's all on the verge of crack as well. I don't know if you can see this. I've just applied a bit of flux, but this wire, the second wire down, is actually splitting. That's how much of a beating these units get on a day-to-day basis. It's too hot, so I'm going to use a pair of tweezers. May want to apply a bit more flux. I just want to get a rigid joint as possible. Then what I'm using is the leaded solder SN6238, if I'm not mistaken. So what happens is that it stays liquidous. It has more elasticity. What that effectively means that even when you take the tip off for a couple of seconds, it stays liquidous. Just quickly inspect this joint and make sure that I'm satisfied. Nope, I'm not. I would like to have this flushed against the connector as much as possible. There's a lot of debate on the internet about choosing the right type of soldering station, and if you want my honest advice, stick to the Metcalf. It's an absolute cracking piece of unit. There's massive variations of tips that's available on the internet, on eBay quite particularly, for cheap, ridiculously cheap, versus some of the other soldering station. I prefer the Metcalf. I had the Metcalf 500 series first, and then I've upgraded to the 5000 series. The 5000 series has a lot more heat output, and it's got a LCD display. Considering that this doesn't need reflowing on these joints, I'm still going to do it. It saves me from him coming and mithering me. See, I mean, there's another problem I've just literally spotted. The joint here, that's come off as well. That's snapped off. I don't know if you can see it, but there you go. That's also snapped off. So all it is when you get these sort of symptoms, it's because of that, nothing else. Okay, so I'm going to push the battery connector back in its place. Press this firmly, and sort of do the solder joints on them. But before I can do that, let me undo this if I can. In fact, I don't have to. I can always sort of wiggle around. So let's do this first. Okay. Amazing amount of heat distribution with a small tip like this. It's just amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got bigger tips than that. Get rid of all this extra. Way bigger tips for that, but I can't be bothered sort of changing the tip. I'm happy with that. So let's move on to the next one. Let's tin the cable. I'm sorry that I can't get a close-up shot. Let's try this. Maybe you can see what I'm doing now. Equally, I need to see what I'm doing. So let's put this battery pack behind me. Yep. Got a bit more flux. The wires, what they've used is very strong. Very strong. Which is why it's lasted that much of a time with him. Let's make sure that's okay. Obviously you guys know why the flux is used. It flows the solder better and it helps the solder to sort of attach to the targeted area quicker. Okay, that's done nicely. And let's move on to the last two joints. It may not need soldering these joints, but I just don't want to open the unit. Or I just don't want these to sort of fail after a couple of weeks of using, so might as well just get it done and over with since the unit is all opened. Yeah, it may take a bit longer because of the surface of the solder point is the wires are quite thick, so it does need a lot of heat for this for the solder to penetrate the wire and sort of give a good kind of a bonding, if you know what I mean. So the last one now, that's going to be a bit tricky. That will be a bit tricky because he's on the trigger. I do not like taking things out of his casing. always clean the tip, and when you store them, clean the tip and tin them, and I'll show you shortly what I do, if I remember. Right, I think we're done now. I believe we're done. Let's tuck this cables back in. Okay, that's in. I'm very confident that is it. That's the only problem with the unit. As I've said, I've encountered this problem before, so I knew exactly what it was wrong with it. Well, 99%. Let's put the housing back on. I'm going to put a couple of screws. I do not want to turn the impact driver on. No, tell you what, I'm so confident with my repair that I'm going to sort of put all the screws back on. Fume extractor can go off now. As I was saying, Metcal 5000 production line soldering station, simply the best you can buy. Weller, Ursa, there's a lot of mixed debate about that. And secondly, the availability of the tip for Ursa is an absolute nightmare. And also the Weller's tips, sometimes it can be quite expensive. So when you're offsetting the cost of the tip of a Weller soldering station and Metcal, I'd literally sort of go for the Metcal. You can buy the tip as little as £10 plus shipping, or £9.99 with shipping. So I would stick to Metcal. In fact, saying that, I've got a backup unit up there as well, and probably about 40-50 tips with probably about several dozens of variations. Right, so when you're tightening the screw, just a slight nudge, slight sort of a force, there we go. Not too much, because it's a plastic housing and you're just going to round off the screws. Just a firm tight. Let me just go over this again, make sure that they are okay. If you can see what I'm doing. Right, moment of truth. Okay, so that mechanism's working. So what do you know? It's a easy fix. So excellent. Don't pass it on to somebody who's going to charge you an arm and a leg. So as I said, it's an easy fix. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you can service your own unit and repair your own unit. It's as I said, it's an 18 volt DeWalt. Unfortunately, I can't remember the exact model number on it. It's all been sort of the labels are scuffed away. Let me just see if there is anything underneath it. No, that's just the date code here. But you know, you know what I'm on about. So yeah, that's it. Fantastic.